Hey guys, basically I'm back here, and today I have to review some of the new Five Nights at Freddy's 10-year anniversary Funko Pops, along with a special inclusion of the Yellow Rabbit FNAF youtooz figure. Now you may be confused as to why I'm including the Yellow Rabbit into this, and why I only have 3 of the 4 new FNAF Funko Pops. Specifically because, well, one, all the designs here for the Funko Pops, even though they're labeled as the 10-year anniversary Pops, most of their designs, especially Foxy's, are based on the movie's designs. Like I said with Foxy, you could clearly tell that that's movie Foxy, and some of the colors on Bonnie and Freddy also match that. I was not able to get Chica though, because I got these all at GameStop. Unfortunately, they only had these 3 and not Chica. So yeah, this is all you're gonna be, getting for today. Now, if you do want to see a review on Chica, then please let me know in the comments. But if not, then I don't know. I probably just won't review her on the channel, or if I choose to anyway, I might just make it like a little short, since it's only one Funko Pop, and I don't expect many people to care all that much. They would care for bigger quantities, and this is a pretty big quantity, and it's all, and like I said, it's fitting since all these are basically practically based on the FNAF movie designs. But we'll start off slow, and we'll save Yellow Rabbit for last, since he's the most different out of all these. So yeah, let's just begin with Freddy boy. And now here is Freddy, and as you can see, now that you have a little bit of a closer look at him, yeah, he's definitely based off the movie design, with the very light colors. Like the movie Freddy had very light colors, and also just the little paw prints. It's not very apparent that we see the canon FNAF 1 games show the paw prints, or at least the OGs. They do have them, but they're not as bright as this Freddy pop is, and that's only really shown in the movie. So yeah, I'm not really gonna I'm not gonna drag that part out, but I'm pausing, and it's taking up more time. I am keeping you all here. Getting back into the actual Freddy, this is definitely an improvement over the last one. I liked the original FNAF 1 Pops, but honestly, I really like these more, because ever since then, Funko has improved with the overall designs and the poses. Usually, all the Funko Pops back when the original was released were all in the same kind of pose, but now they all have their own different unique poses. Freddy here is kind of reaching out. He's giving us the L. I just fucking realized that. God damn it. And he no longer has the black stripe on his hat. The original Freddy Funko Pop did have that. And another thing that they added onto it was not only his angry expression, but also silver eyelids. They're not actually silver, it's gray, but you get the gist. And they also didn't give him top teeth. They only gave him the bottom teeth, which Funko is finally learning. And they're actually making good pop figures, and I'm proud. And I just really like this, a much better Freddy Funko Pop. Now, I'll just answer this right now if I already didn't, because I have short-term memory loss or some shit. These are part of the 10-year anniversary line for FNAF Funko Pops, which is strange because these are all based on the movie designs. And if you guys have kept up on any other socials that have discussed about upcoming FNAF movie Pops, these are pretty much it. They just decided to switch them over to the 10-year anniversary line because at the moment, that was very popular, and it still kind of is. There's still a bunch of 10-year anniversary merch coming, and this isn't it. This isn't where we're stopping. There's talks of a 16-inch or 8-inch. I don't know how tall, because I'm not an expert on that, and I don't care. But there's meant to be a big mango Funko Pop apparently. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see if that even releases or if it gets canned. But one thing I want to add to this is that since this is part of the 10-year anniversary line, something that they did for some reason for these guys and not any of the other previous ones like Golden Freddy or the Puppet, they gave them little stands with the 10-year anniversary logo on it, which I think is really cool. I've always loved the 10-year anniversary logo, and this just, it works. It is weird that we have these for these guys and not the previous exclusives, but I'm not complaining. I still like these little things, and I gotta see if they can actually get onto the stand properly and not fall off. Hopefully, but I don't know. There we go, all nice and neat. Next one I gotta show is Bonnie. Now, ladies and gents, and everyone in between, here is Bonnie. So, obviously, you know, he is much more bluer than his previous Funko Pop because, like I said, these are all based off the movie designs, which is very cool, even though it's part of the 10-year anniversary line, which, you know, Funko, they gotta switch things around all the time. But honestly, I like this more. I just like this more. I like the pose he's in and like him holding a guitar. I like the way he holds the guitar, and especially that it's the modern guitar, not the illegal copyright guitar, because for some reason I don't understand that. You know, people have explained it to me before, but yet I still don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. But you know, I don't try to involve myself into stuff like that because, generally speaking, if I do, then it won't be the same. But there's not really much else I can go over for movie Bonnie here, or just Bonnie. He's pretty much, you know, what you would expect and what you see mostly online and mostly in other videos, because there's a bunch of videos, I would assume, of these guys, you know, already being reviewed, and his stand is pretty much the same, you know. He's got that little peg to stick it in, and yeah. Oh no, I just said something that's gonna be taken out of context. Now, the last 10-year anniversary pop we have to look at for today is none other than Foxy, which you already know, so I'm not gonna waste any more time. And here is Foxy. And one thing I already noticed is that the original Funko Pop was much more darker. He is very orange in this for some reason. On camera, he looks very orange, and on the box, he doesn't for some reason. But yeah, obviously, this is the most apparent of the movie designs for these Funko Pops. You know, you could arguably say that that Bonnie and Freddy and maybe Chica aren't, you know, based on the movie, but Foxy, there's no outruling that he isn't. He definitely is part of the movie design, especially with the furry, not the muzzle. What is it called? The tufts of hair on the sides of his face. I don't know what it's called. Like, I'll just say the tufts of hair. Sure. They're textured, like, you know, like how it is in the movie, and nowhere else on him is, which is, you know, it's fine because that's generally how it is in the movie. And speaking of which, that's also how his hook is in the movie. Or not his hook. Oh! That's how his eye patch is in the movie, where it doesn't even go all the way around him. It just stops at the back right there. And wow, Funko actually really outdid themselves with the detail on this. Like, on the back, his endoskeleton showing, and all the bits and pieces that are meant to show his endoskeleton are all painted pretty well, honestly. Like, none of the paint... I just realized his jaw is hollow. What the heck? Man, Funko, you made good merch. And the stool is practically the same. You know, all the stools for the 10-year anniversary pops here are the same. Now, if you are, you know, to not be able to afford all of them, I would recommend probably getting Foxy, because he has the most detail put into him, and he's arguably the better one. But yeah, like Foxy. Like movie Foxy. It's definitely movie Foxy. I don't care what anyone says. Now, on to the last pop. I was struggling. I was pausing for so long to not say pop, but I ended up saying pop. It's a youtooz. We got the youtooz Yellow Rabbit, which Hot Topic is starting to have FNAF youtooz figures there. Hot Topic has been known to start getting some youtooz figures in recently, but now we're starting to get in some FNAF ones. The only other place I would know that, or at least from what I can remember, that had FNAF youtooz figures in stores publicly was GameStop, and that was with the first original FNAF wave. But now Hot Topic is, you know, getting that, and I mean, I guess Spencer's as well, because I discussed it in my Christmas haul video. But yeah, it's just a protective covering, which honestly is not in the best condition, if you could tell. Yeah. Now, the most interesting thing about the Yellow Rabbit youtooz is that it does something that no other youtooz figure, not just FNAF youtooz figure, but any youtooz figure has done before, where it has a swappable head that, you know, has Matthew Lillard to swap with, you know, the Yellow Rabbit. And, you know, it's better to show it. It's better to show than tell, like they say. Actually, I don't think anyone says that, and I just can't stop stuttering. Forgive me. But, yeah, just a quicker look at, you know, just the box, because youtooz always has a second covering to it, and it has a bunch of quotes from the movie, which, you know, works best here for these figures, because youtooz always puts quotes from certain parts that relate to the characters that they make. And you know, they always put that on their boxes, and you know, it works best for the movie, since obviously the movie actually has quotable, you know, speech, and it's not just like jump scares. Before I show the swappable head feature, I just gotta show the figure itself, you know, with you know, the yellow rabbit himself right there. Gotta say, you know, youtooz for me is a mixed bag. Sometimes they make really good stuff, sometimes they make god-awful stuff, but you know, I'd say, you know, yellow rabbit here, he's a pretty good figure, I'd say, you know. And you know, since this figure, you know, has a swappable head, it can actually turn it, and I guess it's the first ever posable kind of youtooz figure, because you know, he can either look that way, you know, for pictures, or you know, this way, you know. It depends on, you know, your personal preference, I guess. But yeah, there's not much I can really go over for this figure, you know. Not that really needs to be said, because I genuinely think there's been a bunch of people who are watching this video that have already seen this figure before, either own it or watch videos, I don't know. It's just like, okay, the thing about youtooz and why I like Funko Pops more than youtooz figures, generally speaking, is that, well, not just because of their price, but also it's just like Funko Pops for some reason add a lot more detail and shading to them. Like, and that might just be the lighting of where, you know, they're being reflected in, but like youtooz' detail is very just plain, like color drop or whatever. That's not even probably the word, but you know, also the feeling. This might be with every youtooz figure, and I just need to touch another one, but these guys were pretty smooth, you know, like actual plastic. This guy feels like sandpaper, like like every single part of him feels like sandpaper, and that's not the one thing you really want to feel, or that I wouldn't imagine many people enjoy feeling when it comes to, you know, FNAF youtooz figures. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly move along and see if I can pop his head out. Can I do it one hand? Yes, I can. And here is Matthew Lillard, or William Afton, you know, showing himself in the flesh, literally. But yeah, there's not much else that this adds to it. It's a cool feature that really did not need to be added, but you know, it's cool that they did it, you know. It's not something that you can necessarily be glad for, at least in my eyes. I'm not inherently glad that they did this, because generally speaking, I much prefer to see the yellow rabbit with his mask on. But, you know, once again, it's cool that, you know, we have, you know, Matthew Lillard here, you know, in the flesh. I keep calling him Matthew Lillard. It's freaking Purple Guy and William Afton, Steve Raglan. I don't know. Oh, and also, if you're to get this guy, be warned, because turning his head is gonna... Hold on. Yeah. The sounds of turning a head will not do your ears justice. But yeah, that is it for this little FNAF movie or 10-year anniversary review. I would much rather call this a 10-year anniversary, or not a I'm gonna crash out. This felt more like a FNAF movie kind of review, because most of the designs here are reminiscent of the FNAF movie. I mean, especially that guy, and especially him as well. But you know, I really wish I could have gotten Chica, but unfortunately my Hot Topic, or specifically a Hot Topic, I don't usually go to the one I got these guys at, they didn't have her. Although, like I said, if you guys want to still see Chica, you know, just tell me in the comments. That's the only way I can really know. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck around through all the way to the end, because I say stuff like, tell me what you think in the comments, and no one leaves a comment. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed your day. And also, yeah, this is the first video of the new year, so happy 2025, or, you know, happy new year to all those who probably celebrated it or probably didn't. I don't know. But yeah, let me tell you, big things are coming. The next video after this video, not directly, but somewhat after, it's gonna be big. And I'm pretty sure for all those who have been keeping up with my series would know what that is. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, and goodbye.
I stay lit, not like flickering lights. Good vibes and good times go well like chicken with rice. Squad goes is just me, myself, and I, and just like smart homes. Trust me, the whole club know I arrived. I just wanna step over a velvet rope and people yell my name like a welcome home. Shower me in love, my umbrella's closed. The club going up just like how swellings grow. Put on my finest pair of clothes, club so packed I could barely move. Stepping on my pair of shoes, but I don't care 'cause I'm still gassed up.